Friend, this is Anush Tiwari, MIT IS Academy, online classes for UPSC, Bpsc, Jpsc, Judiciary and other competitive exams. Today our topic is Regulating Act 1773. This topic is important for prelims exam as well as mains exams for all competitive exams. So now move for the importance of Regulating Act. So actually you can see that it was the first act which was passed by British Parliament in 1773, and you can see it is a beginning of constitutional development. So you can say, in other words, constitutional development begins from here. And second is important here. You can see it was a major enactment in legal history of India also. So now move for the aspect, the major all the major aspect which is important for regulating act. So we will talk on the all aspects. So we will talk on background of regulating act and causes and reasons of regulating act, key points of regulating act, and provisions and drawbacks. So lastly, finally, we will talk on the drawbacks of regulating act. So now we are going to start from the background of regulating act. Actually, here it is beginning from we start from the 31st December. Actually, this is a story. Actually, this story started from 31st December 1600, when East India Company entered in India. And at that time, you can see that the monopoly and objective of East India Company was to do business and trade with India. And for that, they got a charter with from Elizabeth first for 15 years. But after that, we can see with time the monopoly and objective had been changed from trade and business to gain administrative power. So now three incidents was very important in Indian history. First was the death of Aurangzeb 1707, and second was, it is a story, just listen and try to write down. And the battle of Plassey 1757, and third incidents for a regulating act which was very important, that battle of Buxar, which was held on 1764. So we are going to talk on the first, the death of Aurangzeb. So you can see that after the death of Aurangzeb, the Mughal Empire declined in a very speedy manner. So it is important. So after, due to that, company got many privileges and many benefits, and it was helpful for the enhancement of East India Company. And now move to the next point. It is also important, the Battle of Plassey. In Battle of Plassey, you can see that the Siraj-ud-Dowlah was defeated by Lord Clive, and Lord Clive and East India Company nominated a puppet Nawab whose name was Mir Jafar, and got the many privileges and concessions and big amount or money from him. So it is also important, and you can see from here the illegalities and irregularities and operations and corruption was on top, started at top, and started in a huge manner. So now we are going to talk on the next important incidents, that was Buxar battle, and in 1764. And Mir Qasim, actually in Buxar battle, Mir Qasim made a joint military with Mughal Emperor Shah Alam and Sujau-ud-Dowlah, Awadh Nawab, and he was himself. So once again they were defeated by Lord Clive, and finally they made a treaty, Allahabad Treaty, on 12th August 1765 and 16th August 1765. And through this treaty, actually East India Company got right of revenue, and they started to collect the revenue from Bengal, Bihar, Odisha. So now we are going to talk on the causes and reasons of causes and reasons. So here, after that, we can move that. We can see the background. And now we are going to talk on the immediate causes. So the immediate causes happened from the both side, from the British Parliament or second from the company. So immediate causes was that firstly I am going to talk from the British Parliament. Firstly, I'm going to talk on the from company side. Actually, what happened? So in 1768, America smuggled 85% of import of tea from Dutch or the Holland, and due to that, East India Company tea was rotated in warehouses in London, and I'm giving the figure that was 6.8 million kg. So it was big trade loss for East India Company. After that, you can see the second important point for the immediate causes. Number one that the terrible famine in in Bengal in 1769 and 70, and due to that East India Company revenue was too low at that time. And third topic was East India Company was defeated by Hyder Ali in 1769. So, these are the very important cause. One more important thing, because the 6.8 million ton, 6.8 million ton and ton tea was rotated in warehouses of London, and due to that, regulating act, also known as a Tea Act, Tea, Tea Act. Tea Act. So it is important to know that regulating act, also known as a Tea Act. So you all memorize and write down. It is important fact. So now we are going to talk from the side of Parliament or the British government. So actually, British government wanted to reform in East India Company, and they also wanted to regulate and control the East India Company. So East India Company, here the corruption was on high or on top, and the second point, due to the corruption, the opinion of people of England was against of East India Company. And second point is that when the East India Company applied for the loan of £1 million in 1772 to the Bank of England. So these are the causes, and due to that, Parliament got the opportunity for their missions. And now we are going to talk on the key points of regulating act. So it is also important here. And now the important key points, three important key points, as I'm going to tell you. First was that it was the first step of British government to control and regulate the East India Company in India. Please kindly write down. It is important for your exams, for prelims and mains, for both. So first point is that it was the first step of British government to control and regulate East India Company in India. So it is right. And now second point, it laid foundation of central administration in India. It is correct. And third point, East India Company was the first one. This is very important, because British first time East India Company was recognized as administrative and the political power in India by British Parliament. Because initially when they started when they entered in India, at that time the monopoly and objective of East India Company was to do business and trade. Here you can see the British Parliament recognized as a political and administrative power in India. So now move for the next. Next we are going to talk on the provision of regulating act. So just I'm telling you there were important important, we are going to make discussion on provision of regulating act. Actually, we can see that the voting right in a court of proprietor had been given to those whose share in company was more than the 1000 pound. Actually, you can see that the before 1773 regulating act, actually voting right in court of proprietor had been given to those whose share in company was 500 pound, because through that they got the voting right to elect the member of board of director. And now we are moving to the next point, that is important point. The director of company elected for 4 years, and one of fourth of them retired every year. Retiring director was not entitled to be elected again. So this is second important point, and we are moving to the third point. Total members of board of director deducted from 28 to 24. So actually, before 1773, the total member of board of director was 28. Here deducted from 28 to 24. Now move for the fourth point. Now governor of Bengal, designated as a Governor General of Bengal, and Madras and Bombay Presidency became the subordinate of Bengal Presidency. So here it is also important. The Bengal Governor of Bengal, now designated as a Governor General of Bengal, and first Governor General of Bengal was Warren Hastings. And fifth point, this act created an executive council for Governor General of Bengal, which was made of 4 additional members, and their name, you can see that the Lieutenant General John Clavering. you all have to memorize 4 names: John Clavering, George Monson, Richard Warwell, and Phillips Francis. So one thing is important here. The provision was to make decision in council was actually it was on a majority basis. Decision was made in council. So this was the reason of conflict and controversy. Through, you can see the controversy of in the tenure of throughout the tenure of Warren Hastings. And due to that, actually you can see Philip Francis made a group with General John Clavering and George Monson, and always creating a problem for Governor General Warren Hastings. And due to that, Governor General Warren Hastings was the first and last Governor General of Bengal who faced impeachment in British Parliament. So it is important fact I am telling you. Warren Hastings was the first and last Governor General who faced impeachment in British Parliament. Now move to the next point, 6. A Supreme Court was established in 1774. At Fort William in Calcutta, there were 1 Chief Justice. So one thing is more important. Supreme Court was established under Regulating Act 1773, but court was established in 1774 at Fort William, Calcutta. And next, and there was a provision of a Chief Justice whose name was Sir Elias Impey, and 3 other judges, the Leicester, Chamber, and Hyde. You all have to memorize the Leicester, Chamber, and Hyde. So now we are going for the next point that is also important. One thing is important here. So we are going to talk on the 7th point. Diarchy system was abolished. Actually, Diarchy system was imposed by the Lord Clive in 1765. It is also important to memorize the fact. Now we are going to talk on the last point. That was it. This act prohibited the servant of company from the engaging in any private trades or accepting presents, gifts, or bribes from natives. So you all can understand the 8 important provision of Regulating Act, and I'm not going to repeat because we are going to move on the next part of the Regulating Act, that is the drawbacks of Regulating Act. So important drawback, we are going to talk on what was the drawback of Regulating Act. So first we are going to talk on this topic is that the Governor General had no veto power. you can see actually the council was made up of the additional 4 members, and governor general included. The total member of council was 5. So here you can see the Philip Francis made a group with the Clavering and Monson, and always creating a problem for Warren Hastings and Governor General. And due to that, already I told the story. So now, actually, it was a paradoxical situation for here. So now move for the next point. It did not address the concern of the Indian people population who were paying revenue to the company. Okay, and there was no any you can see in regulating act, there was no any concern for the Indian population who were paying the revenue to the company. And next point is also important. It did not stop corruption among the company officials, because definitely the actually there was a voice from the people of England to stop corruption, to stop operations, to stop illegalities, and to stop irregularities in company. But in regulating act, there was no any provision to stop how to stop these things. So now move for the next point, that is the Supreme Court power were not well defined. Actually, the you know that the jurisdiction of Supreme Court was not clear, and due to that there was confusion. Jurisdiction of Supreme Court was Calcutta or whole Bengal, or was company employees come under the jurisdiction of Supreme Court or not? It was the question. So now move for we are seeing the conflict here, or the confusion here. And so other side, the proceeding of law in court was also not clear. So Hindu law, Muslim law, and British law, there was confusion also. So now you can see that the one important fact, whatever I'm telling you, it is also important to write down, pen down, because you can understand I'm giving the extra fact also. So third point was that once executive council, if executive council pass a bill, so it is important to uh, to to uh, to register in Supreme Court or not. It was also the question. So many defects in regulating acts, and due to that we can see that in British Parliament passed number of act. Firstly, the Act of Settlement in 1781, and after that you can see that the Pitt's India Act. We will talk in next video of Pitt's India Act, or Act of Settlement. So here I am going to wind up my lecture. So just stay safe, stay at home, and protect your family and others. Thank you, and take care.